There's something very special about the certain kind of experience that allows someone to slip from the surly bonds of Earth and lose themselves in another world. Now, this could be called escapism, but I feel that it's much deeper than that. Much more personal, for me at least. Sometimes, the world we live in can feel stale. Like everything exciting out there that could have been done has been done. So now, you're forced to just repeat the same routine, day in and day out, until the day you are physically incapable of doing so. That may sound a bit dark, but that's just the nature of life, right? Yet even still, sometimes I find that burning desire within, the voice that calls for something different, to be something different, and to be somewhere different. I think The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is a big reason why I feel this way. From the moment the game first begins to the time that it ends, it truly feels like you are in that world. The sprawling and subdued feels of Hyrule feel like home as you traverse through the ruins of what once was an expansive civilization, now reduced to an echo of what it once was. I have hundreds of hours in that game, and when I was a kid, I used to just wander the shorelines of Breath of the Wild. No sword, no shield, just Link in the sand beneath his feet. I would always think to myself, I wish that was real. I wish I lived here. But why? Somehow, though, regardless of the dire state of the world as it is in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, part of me still longed to be Link, roaming the vast and beautiful landscapes of Hyrule, alone. Another game which carries a similar level of immersion is, of course, Subnautica. Stranded on planet 4546b with almost no hope of escape and forced to survive alongside terrifying ocean creatures in a disease-ridden world, one would think this is a terrible and scary fate. And of course, it absolutely is. However, when exploring the depths of this ocean world, I couldn't help but find myself lost in its endless beauty. The way this soundtrack fades in and out, the way the creatures are so alive with their own thought-out biology, and the way the world expands into this wondrous place of terror and majesty, I found to be incredibly captivating. Again, I could not help but think to myself, I wish I lived here. And I still do. And the final experience I want to discuss is Hollow Knight. In Hollow Knight, you are a small, speechless, bug-like character exploring the vast kingdom of Hallownest, or what's left of it at least. The world is draped in tragedy, and this sense of sorrow permeates from every facet of the experience. However, this world, with its beautiful hand-drawn environments, deep lore, beautiful and detailed music and ambience, storyline, and impactful characters, lends itself to this poignant, wistful, and bittersweet atmosphere that I could never grow tired of. A moment I'll never forget is when I first made it to the City of Tears. After exiting the structure at its entrance, you find yourself at a fountain, and as the adaptive music shifts into a loud and sorrowful symphony, you lay your eyes upon the statue of the Hollow Knight. I first played Hollow Knight years ago, and even after all this time, that moment has never left me. I wish I lived here. But this brings us to an interesting dilemma. What's stopping me from finding this immersion in my own life? I'm the kind of person that often finds themselves lost in their own mind. Endlessly overthinking and self-aware, it's hard to find myself present in the day-to-day, immersed. So who's to say whoever it is I want to be and wherever it is I want to be is not out there somewhere in the real world? Perhaps I just have to go out there and discover it for myself. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll find that wonder in the vast world I call home. But until then, I'm glad there are so many wonderful ways to get lost. Are there any worlds you love to get lost in, as I do? Let me know. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. I'd really appreciate it. Be kind to yourself, and have a great day wherever you are.